Despite many of the things that you may hear and see today when it comes to quitting drugs from your top motivational influencers, from your top business gurus, and even the thumbnail that I chose for today's video, quitting drugs will not automatically make you rich, and quitting drugs will not add to your wealth automatically. Okay? Success, financial success, and substance use are two separate things. One of the wealthiest people I ever interacted with was generating about $30 million a year, and the individual was a raging alcoholic to a point where his alcoholism had become life-threatening. Despite that alcoholism, he was still incredibly financially successful. Maybe one of the most financially successful individuals I ever had an opportunity to work with. In today's video, what I want to do is share with you guys, though, some ways in which substances might be preventing you from attaining that next level in your business, in your career, in your wealth, and some things to think about and some mindset shifts that you can apply when it comes to quitting. And I'm making today's video as the founder of Addiction Mindset recovery coaching programs, which are literally dedicated to helping people quit nicotine, THC, energy drinks, adult media content, and binge drinking, all things that I once struggled with. So quitting substances, the only way it might make you richer is that you're no longer spending money on the drugs, right? So you're not buying weed, you're not buying alcohol, you're not buying nicotine anymore, and maybe that saves you up anywhere from $300 to $3,000 a month. Now let's say it's a few $100s a month. A few $100s a month for most people in today's economy is not going to be life-changing. And for other people who are making plenty of money, a few $100s a month, a few $1,000s a month really isn't a big deal. You could burn through that money, and there's a lot of people who don't even notice that it's gone. So saving the money that you're spending on drugs isn't necessarily financially that motivating. But what a lot of people tend to overlook is that the money that you're spending on those substances could be invested in one way, shape, or form to make you more money. So you could be investing that money into index funds and expecting to get a 7 to 12% return each year on some index funds over the course of time when you leave your money in there, okay? You could also do an approach like I did after you quit. You could take that money and you could invest in a microphone, in a camera. You could go become certified or licensed in a new skill. In my case, that was addiction recovery coaching. And then you could take that money that you were using on drugs, invest it into your education, invest it into your side hustle, and then that could generate a significant amount of income for some people and potentially lead to a certain level of wealth that they didn't believe they were once attainable of. Okay, so that's one thing. Now, for people who already have money, for people who already have the business that's up and going, for people who already have the side hustle that's generating a lot of money, you have to think to yourself, in what way, shape, or form might drugs be holding me back? Because I'm obviously using drugs and I'm still able to perform. And for a lot of people, the only thing that's going to make you more money is working harder and working more efficiently, so working smarter. Quitting drugs is independent of that equation, right? So like, if I smoke weed and I drink alcohol, but I'm still a workhorse and I can still intelligently think through my day-to-day processes and my decision-making when it comes to my business, those substances are not going to hinder me. Some people they're going to hinder. Some people they're not, right? That's how you see someone amass a $30 million a year income as an alcoholic. Their business decision-making and their day-to-day thought processes when it came to their business was not negatively impacted in the way that alcohol might impact another person's decision-making, for whatever reason that may be, okay? And so making more money literally just comes down to working harder and working more efficiently. Now, with that being said, you have to ask yourself, are drugs allowing me the mental capacity and the physical capacity to work harder and to work smarter, to work more efficiently? And I think for a majority of people, the answer is actually going to be no. When you're spending a lot of time drinking alcohol, when you're spending a lot of time getting high, when you're spending a lot of time gambling or watching adult media content, you have to ask yourself, how much time am I putting into these things? And what is that time worth if it were put into my business, into my side hustle, into growing my income? What would that time be worth? And maybe these substances are causing problems between you and your children, between you and your wife. And maybe that's leading to arguments. And maybe those arguments are taking time and mental energy and physical energy from you, right? So if we stop the arguments in the home, if we stop the concern in the home, if we took away, if we reclaimed some of our time that we're putting into drug use and we put that back into our business, and obviously once you change one behavior, other behaviors start to change too, right? So you quit drinking, you quit smoking, maybe you start working out more, maybe you start eating healthier, maybe you start hydrating better, maybe you get on a better regimen, a better schedule each day by quitting those substances. It happens to a lot of people when they quit. Maybe now that organized time, maybe now that increased physical capacity, because your physical health tends to get better when you quit drugs, your increased mental capacity to get through your day-to-day, maybe as that increases, because once you quit, you're no longer spending half of your day thinking, should I quit, should I not quit, should I drink again, should I not quit, should I smoke weed again, should I not smoke weed again. Once you free up all of that mental capacity that you're burning into addiction, now maybe that can make you a lot more money, because that's going to allow you to work smarter. And maybe the improved physical health is going to allow you to work harder because of that improved physical capacity. So now, because you're able to work harder and you're able to work smarter, because the substance use wasn't helping you do those things, now maybe you're going to start to make more money. Now maybe you're going to create more wealth. Now maybe you're going to take your business from $1 million business to a $5 million business, from a side hustle that brings you $50 a month to a side hustle that brings you $5,000 a month. Now maybe you're going to start to level up, because by putting down the drugs, it gave your body, your mind, and time, it gave you time to go achieve more. That's really how quitting drugs can change a person's life. But if you're just to quit drinking, or you're just to quit smoking, and you have this expectation that suddenly you're just going to start making more money out of nowhere, the answer is no, you're not. It's not going to be a life-changing event unless you start to change things, right? So unless you physically put in the time and the effort into your work, into your side hustle, into your career, you're not going to make money, right? Drugs are independent of that equation. That would probably be the biggest thing that I'd say. I think the other big thing too is you have a lot of successful people that use drugs, right? They consume cocaine, they smoke weed, they drink alcohol a lot. A lot of successful people do. There's also a lot of successful people that don't. And when you quit drinking alcohol, when you quit using drugs, you tend to find yourself around different social circles. And the people that you hang out with truly can be a big influence on whether or not you start to level up in your career, whether or not you start to level up in your life. And I think that can make you more money. Hanging out with the right people, networking with the right individuals can absolutely lead to new opportunities that make you more money. But if you're drunk and at home, choking the chicken, watching adult media content, if you're stoned and too tired to go to that event, if you're, if you're too high on cocaine and too blasted to go see people, so you get anxious and you don't go anymore, you're probably missing out on some good networking opportunities and some good social opportunities. And then the people that you are hanging out around with doing those things, even if they are successful, I don't know, you're probably missing out on a lot of opportunities there. So, will quitting drugs change your life in 90 days and make you rich? No. If you quit drugs though, and you have increased physical energy, increased mental capacity, and you find yourself in new social networks, all of those things could dramatically change your financial situation. And if you're already at $1 million, it could take you to 5 million, 10 million, who knows? Because who knows what you're really capable of. It's really hard to put a number on it, right? When I was quitting drugs, I was like, okay, I'm gonna save, roughly $300 to $500 a week by not drinking alcohol, smoking weed, and using nicotine. It's exciting, but I'm a chiropractor, I had my own practice, I'm busy. Like I wasn't like in a total crap show when it came to my finances. So it's like, that's good, but that's not enough. But wait a minute, investing that $500 a week into growing a media company, and growing an addiction recovery coaching company, into starting a supplement brand, and and having the physical energy to work across all those different job spaces, having the mental capacity to handle the stress of managing those each day. Wait a minute, maybe that's worth it. Maybe that excites me financially. Something to think about. All right, guys, if you wound up enjoying today's video, be sure to check out the pinned comment or the video description to learn more about our paid and free program resources. And listen, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're in business, you're struggling with addiction, if you have a professional license, attorney, doctor, I get it. It's 100% private with our coaching. We'd be happy to help you out. If you just need to kickstart your quitting process, check out our Kick It, Crave Less chewing gum. It's a gum with a kick that helps you quit. It contains KSM 66 ashwagandha and N-acetylcysteine. It's nicotine-free, cannabis-free, stimulant-free, all that stuff. So check all that out in the pinned comment in the video description. Otherwise, until next time,